what's the sort of premise here? What's the game about, really?
Okay, so we wanted to make a platformer for the PSP, and we always like the idea of being able to play as the Grim Reaper and collecting souls. So with this game, we have, rather than Grim Reaper being Death being a single person, it's a company called Death Incorporated, and you play as a little Reaper, go around collecting souls for the big boss. And you'll find like other employees of the company in the level. Some will want to attack you, others will be like admins, so they're kind of like checkpoint characters. So the enemy Reapers, like, you collected souls, and rather than them having to do any work, they'll just go hit you and take kill souls. So you kind of, there's a combat with them. But then at the same time, we've got this phasing mechanic between like the shadow world, which is where you are, and the real world, which is where we live.
Right.
And you kind of phase in and out between the two worlds to collect these souls and return them back to the boss, kind of thing. But so, like in the real world, we focus our level on the Siege of Troy. So we go around the historical events collecting souls. So we're letting the Greeks and the Trojans are all fighting each other, and you're collecting the souls,
right,
and to make stuff more playable, kind of thing.
Sounds a bit different. Really, yeah.
So yeah, that's the idea of the game. We decided when we were applying for competition that we wanted to make a PSP game to get some console experience, and we decided that platformer would have been the best kind of game, like make an old school Mario and Sonic style platformer. We're adding some extra functionality to make it a bit more modern. So we've gone to 2.5D with the graphics, and we've got a couple of extra controls. So you've got the run and jump, which is all classic, and then we've got attack, and we've got the instant phase in between the two worlds. So the idea is that you, with the phasing, how you can only get so far through the level in one world, then you have to phase to the other to continue, and then phase back to continue again. So the level itself is kind of a puzzle. It's kind of a maze going to how do you get through the level, which routes you take, and there's more souls if you go one way than there are going another, and and there's a score that's reckoned every time you collect a soul. So we've got a little high score counter going in with all the gamers that have been coming back for more, trying to beat the top score, which has been quite fun.
Yeah.
They've quite enjoyed it. The phasing mechanics have been a little tricky for some to get their head around, but once you've got it, then they quite enjoy it. And you ask them what's your favourite part of the game. After watching them struggle trying to get the phasing, they said, I really like the phasing. So I think it's probably the challenge there that some players have quite enjoyed, because that's the new thing. Jumping on the platforms has been done before, so they're already familiar with that. But this phasing mechanic is something new, and I think that's probably what some of them have quite enjoyed. So it's been cool working on it. Experience-wise, we never worked with the PSP before the competition, so we spent the last 10 weeks rapidly learning how to code on the thing, and what all the memory constraints are, and how to just program the thing, learn all these constraints, and it's taught us a lot with the hardware, kind of stuff that we wouldn't have learned on a PC because the constraints are just not there. So it's been a good experience, and Dare Digital itself is definitely recommended for any aspiring game developer. It gives you the full experience of going with, trying to come up with a game idea, and then it's kind of like you're pitching your idea to publishers when you're going through the application, and if they like the idea, then you're in the competition. Then you spend those 10 weeks, planning out everything and developing it. So we had a project plan and documentation that we had out en route by week 1, and then we just went on there, followed our planning, and managed to pull off a game after 10 weeks. So we're quite chuffed.
Yeah.